Hello guys, this is Ilya, and as you can probably tell by the horrible video quality and sound quality, this is my first video on YouTube. Basically, my channel is called Let's Talk Cars, and what I do is I talk about a thing I love, and that's cars. Now, this is basically reviewing them, giving a little history lesson of them, and when I get old enough, maybe driving them. So for today's episode, I've got something more interesting for you, and I'm going to explain to you my love and passion for the Porsche 911. Here we go. Here is why the 911 is the greatest car ever to be seen with human eyes. The 911 is the current soul of Porsche. The sports car has been in continuous production since 1963, and after 5 decades, it represents the culmination of Teutonic problem solving. Because as great as the 911 is, it's based on a funky, basic design. The flat 6-cylinder boxer engine and one of the auto world's truly legendary power plants sits behind the rear drive wheels. The 911 offers effectively the only example of this storied engine configuration on the market today. And it isn't hard to see why. In this day and age, nobody would engineer a high-performance car with the motor located so far off. The thing is all tail, and in the 21st century version of the 911, you have 375 horsepower or more, if you have more money, being pumped to those rear tires. This contributes to some challenging natural driving characteristics, most involving the back end wanting to execute a quick pass with the front wheels. Countless enthusiasts, historians, journalists, engineers have carped about this over the years and made it into the prime whipping point of the 911. Every debate about whether the car is worth a wit begins, crankily, with that rear engine layout. Stupid Porsche, what the hell were you thinking? But then again, the car maker has spent 50 years addressing this issue, and really, the problem was solved by the 1960s. So it's more accurate to say that Porsche has been steadily perfecting the 911's design for 4.5 decades. And by perfecting, I mean endlessly fusing over. The car has been tweaked and tweaked and tweaked and tweaked some more. What really makes the 911 so great and invariably leads me to conclude that it's the finest car on earth and always will be, all happens when you slip behind the wheel. The handling is predictive. Lay the car into a corner or a curve and settle into speed, and it just guides you smoothly around. There's never a reason to get jerky with the throttle or to hammer the brakes, even though hammering the brakes, the superb brakes, is plenty satisfying. On the freeway, you can hold it in the 4th gear and not worry about dropping into 3rd for some punch. The power is a spikeless continuum. There's no better car to practice performance-oriented driving with. Yes, it's abundantly forgiving. Yes, it gives up hundreds of horsepower to other competitors like the Corvette and some other Mercedes or some other BMW or whatnot. But it doesn't give up the sweet spot of carness. It defines it. Now a word on beauty. Personally, I never think of the 911 as being particularly a stunning car. I mean, just have a gander at an Aston Martin DB9 or a Ferrari 488 or even a Lamborghini Huracan in a charcoal paint job. All gorgeous. But then take a glance at the 911 and some sort of dormant, lustful synapse sparks. True, the bug eyes will forever remind of the 911's spiritual predecessor, the Volkswagen Beetle, but I don't care. Now, I'm more broke than a corny-ass dad joke, but if I did have somewhere around $100,000, I would probably spend it all on a brand new, fresh as hell 911. Since you guys probably have more money in your bank account than me, here are some reasons why the 911 is the sports car to own. Number 1, it's a classic. Okay, so the modern 911 is subtly different to the model first launched in 1963, but the classic shape is still very evident, and it still looks fabulous. Its uniqueness enabling it to stand out on the road. Number 2, it's bang up to date. Though a series of revisions to the design for this generation include some tweaks to the front spoiler, the headlights, the rear lights, and the door handles, plus a new air intake at the back for the new set of engines. Talking of which, you want an engine with a turbo? Say no more. Number 3 was basically a brand new engine, brand new flat 6 with turbochargers, as long as you have enough money. And with that, we'll jump to number 4, the latest technology. The revised 911 has the latest iteration of the Porsche Communication Management System, or the PCM, and one that, unlike the version from a few years ago, actually works. Indeed, Porsche owners now get smartphone syncing and all kinds of additional information and connectivity features, including online navigation and real-time traffic information, Apple CarPlay, and the touchscreen with handwriting recognition. Yes, handwriting recognition. That's crazy. Number 5, and possibly the best reason to buy a 911. There's the handling. There's that handling that you can never get anywhere else but the 911. The 911 is rightfully lauded for its handling, and that hasn't changed at all for 50 years. It's still engaging to drive with sharp, feelsome steering, lots of grip, amazing agility, and a perfect balance. Yes, you'll have to fork out upwards of 100 grand to experience just how good the 911 is to drive, but if you can afford that kind of money for a car, it's more than worth it. Well, that's it, guys, sadly, for this episode, and I hope you finally understand why the 911 is the greatest car ever made. So about my upload schedule, well, there's school, and school's tough, so I'm gonna try my best to upload once a week with the editing and the writing of the script. It all takes a long time, so I'm gonna try my best to keep weekly uploads. And yeah, that's it with this video, guys. Have a great day or a great night, and see y'all later. Bye.